Is three things this morning. Is first to talk about transformation and innovation, but what needs to come before that, which is reconciliation. It's maybe a bit sobering, but I'll talk you through that. I want to talk a bit about how the CIO works with the business and some techniques on prioritizing that. And then finally, I want to talk a bit about one line of business that's near and dear to my heart, which is the CMO. Another framework for thinking about who you want to serve in the business is to think about which of the areas are going to have the greatest amount of change. And in one of our surveys, we looked at all of the various departments within an organization, and it turns out that of all the areas that are facing the greatest IT change, marketing, the marketing systems are seen to have the greatest rate of change, ahead of security and risk, sales, and so forth. Now you think about marketing compared to the finance function as sort of the extremes. Marketing quite capricious in its movements. Sometimes the CMO and the marketing staff wake up one month and they say, well, what do we want to do today? You know, what's new and different? It's been very hard for the development community to take what marketers do and to put that into code. Now that's changing very quickly, but what's happening is it's putting a tremendous amount of confusion into the marketing area for the choices of technology, and I'll get into that. The first thing that the CMOs say is we need help in enabling our multi-channel environment. Lots of words there. So what's a multi-channel environment? This would be one area where your business partner, in this case marketing, is using a language that you may not understand. And I think the first thing to building the bridge is to start to understand the language of marketing. It is a unique language, it's a special language. So the average CMO today, in terms of his or her execution, executes about 30% of their programs through these digital media. And within the digital mix, there's close to 20 different types of ways to go to market. We've just finished a sizing exercise at IDC to look at all of the different marketing technology. We're currently up to 78 separate categories of technology for marketing, and within those categories, literally hundreds and hundreds of vendors. In terms of where the CMOs are allocating their budget for those tools, the first is in marketing automation. So these are campaign management, campaign execution tools. Second would be in their execution tools for their media placement. Third, digital and social marketing, CRM and customer experience, and then sales enablement. So these are the primary tools that CMOs are budgeting for. We did ask our CIO in 3 years, this is a good question, in 3 years, what type of CIO will your CEO define you as? And what you've told us is that I want my CEO to define me as the Chief Innovation Officer, right? So back to our mantra, if we can first reconcile, transform, then we can innovate and be the CIO that our CEOs envision us in 3 years' time.